Warriors Unite! Back with another episode of Vegas Warriors 2 and the 1% Club. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys are on your purpose on this wonderful Sunday afternoon. Hope you guys are feeling conquesting others as well as conquesting yourself because you're in control. And that's how you become a high-value male. So, I don't have any shouts today, my friends, because I forgot my sheet. But I do have a topic, and we'll talk about that in a second here. Our topic today is the danger of physical contact during semen retention. So let's talk about that a little bit. All right, so warriors, we're talking about the idea of attraction, which is a positive benefit of retention, but then too much attraction all of a sudden leads to temptation. This is the paradox that a lot of you guys are kind of facing out there, especially the younger people, looking for relationships, looking for women to kind of be with and things like that. So the question is what is the effect of physical contact when it comes to retention and self-control? Well, obviously, when you look at a situation, because you're high energy and you have this aura around you, you're going to have women looking at you. You're gonna, all you got to do is look at the responses all you guys make when it comes to this. And it's just not me saying this, though, in my opinion. I know people sometimes doubt what I'm saying. But the idea is that you're going to get people who look at you because it's so rare to get a person who's holding their seeds in. Most men are, letting it go in many different ways, and they're not being very powerful in who they are. Now, because of that, the power you have, my friends, which is superpower, you're going to get a lot of women who are going to come up to you. They're going to give you nonverbal signals in many ways, and you have to make that decision. The choice is going to be yours, but be careful of the decisions you're making. So when it comes to this type of thing, a lot of women like to, they want to get near you. I mean, in many ways, they want to touch you, those type of things. So whether it's hugs, whether it's touches on the shoulder, whether it's any sort of type of hand touch, those type of things, a fist bump, women like physical contact. Now, they may not say that, and obviously, when it comes to intercourse, there's women who like that. There's women who don't always like that. But the idea, guys, is that you're looking at trying to get a situation in which you're having a relationship with somebody, but you're kind of controlling a lot of the physical type of touch. The big issue is women are attracted to physical touch. That's why they like hugging. That's why they do a lot of those type of things. Men, obviously, unless they have the intimacy with that, they're not good. Some people are touchy, some people are not. Touchy-feely types of people. The research shows way back when, especially with kids, we need to have touch as we get older. It gives us a feel of security, warmth, those type of things within relationships. Now, as you get older, the trouble is that those type of physical touches are still needed. We cannot exist, and all you got to do is go for a whole weekend without any kind of touching, handshakes, anything like that. And you're going to actually feel depressed. Try it sometime and see, because you're going to see the difference between having physical interaction with people or not. This is why we struggle a lot now in these days of technology, because we have a lot of people who are not really touching each other physically. They're not in the presence of each other, and so they're doing things online, they're doing things in Zoom, all kinds of different things. And so because of that, they're not getting the physical touch. So we need physical touch. The trouble is that it can lead to a lot of other things. And this is where temptation comes in, my friends. We have to be careful that we do not have a lot of physical touch that's going to bring us to temptation. It's very easy. We know women like that builds their trust, that builds their whole thing in relationship with you, that can also draw you in. And it's going to draw you into a relationship with somebody who basically, wants your seed as well. So you have to be careful of that when you get to that point. Now, I'm not saying you shouldn't be hugging. I'm not saying that you shouldn't hold hands and you shouldn't be shaking people's hands. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that you should be careful that it doesn't lead. The dangers of physical touch is that it can bring on more physical touch. And if people get hooked on physical touch with you and you're doing it often, Again, repetition is the best learning thing you can have. If you continue to touch people, they're going to miss that touch when they don't have it. And that's how they end up missing people, because they're used to the touch, they're used to the energy level, and obviously if you release with them, they're going to be used to that. And that's how women tend to fall in love a lot, because of the physical touch and obviously the intercourse and things like that comes with it. So the idea is that the physical touch becomes the whole important body of that relationship. Now, obviously you want to work up to that. And this is why I think the Bible and the Lord tells us that we should only be having intercourse when we procreate. That's the important type of thing. But what ends up happening is that we have a lot of people out there, especially nowadays, who want to get intimate very quickly. And what ends up happening is that they tend to lose sight of the relationship with the person they have. And so what you really want to do is be stoic, be good at developing relationships with lots of people, especially if you're single. Now, if you're married, it's a little different situation. But if you're single, you want to have relationships with people. This also guarantees you're not going to, if you're dating one person or you're going out with one person, it also indicates that you're not going to go ahead and cheat on somebody because you're not interested in the intimacy of intercourse. This is the key, my friends. If you're stoic, you can have, you can touch people all you want, but your purpose is not then to go ahead and have intercourse. Your purpose is to maintain that situation as a friendship, and that's what you want to have. Now, I realize, guys, this is very difficult for a lot of us, especially when we're in our 20s, even myself at 63. It's hard to maintain that balance between touching and just kind of letting things go. But you got to have that stoic opinion, stoic viewpoint, in which you're saying to yourself, I am going to have a friendship with this person, and that's all it's going to be. You're the one that makes a choice. Most women are not going to, go ahead and, give you that, actually outright say it. They may say it, but very few women do that. They'll give you signals that they want to have intercourse, but most of the time, it's the male that's going to go ahead and kind of dictate that situation, if both people want to do it. The key is going to be, you have to have that self-control. So there's nothing wrong with touching, but you got to watch out. The dangers of touching could lead you more to becoming addicted to touching with that person. And all of a sudden, now you're getting a situation where temptation comes into play. And that could be actually something that's going to kind of, hurt you, obviously, in releasing in the long run. So the key, guys, my friends, is this level of self-control. So when you see yourself in a situation with somebody and you kiss and hug them a lot, or whatever, might be kissing on the head, even just general types of hugs, be careful of how many times you do that, in my opinion. You got to be careful and making sure that doesn't happen all the time. Because what's going to happen, and now I'm not talking about family members and things like that. I'm talking about people that have attraction for you or you have attraction for them. Be careful of that situation, because if you want to escalate the situation, physical contact is what's going to do it. Now, that's good and bad. Obviously, it's going to build a good relationship between you and that person, but it's also going to lead you to possible temptations. And that's the whole key to it. You want to make sure that you're kind of in control of that temptation, and it's not getting to the point where it's getting out of hand, and now all of a sudden now you're thinking about having some physical, interaction, intercourse, and having sex and things like that. So, my friends, the key to this whole thing, again, is the self-control. Now, it starts with retention. If you're retaining, and you're sitting there, you're getting more spiritual as time goes on. This is the whole key to retention. Retention is the idea that you're going to get more spiritual, you're getting closer to God, and you're going to be able to kind of connect more with God. Because of that, there's a spiritual aspect of things. And women sense that, and they see that, and they want to be around that. And because of that, they're going to hug you, they're going to come up to you and try to grab your hand, all kinds of stuff they can do. You just have to be careful that you're keeping it at a level that you can control. This is not easy. This is why I say that most times you should try to avoid a lot of the types of, attractive types of, hand touching, all these things, the arm touching, especially with people who you're attracted to. If you sense yourself getting aroused, excited, attention to a person, I would say avoid that touch. Because what's going to lead you to is more and more of that type of excitement, and all of a sudden now you're having trouble controlling it, and now you're falling in love with the person, and all of a sudden you want intimacy and things like that. It's not an easy topic, my friends, because you got a person who likes you, they may like you, and all of a sudden they want your energy, and that's going to be your choice again. But the thing is, they're going to give you those physical types of signals. A lot of times it's going to be, touch on the shoulder, grab of an arm, something like that. You have to then say, okay, am I going to accelerate this to the next level? You can do that, or you can say, no, I'm going to wait. That's why the key is Stoicism is very difficult. It's hard to control things within yourself. It's hard to go ahead and say, I'm going to go ahead and stop. I'm not going to do anything. Not easy, my friends. Very not easy. And I know I've had 47 years of it before I kind of went on this streak that I have now and in monk mode for a while. It is difficult to get out of it's difficult even to have monk mode and sometimes. But you got to try to keep working at it. But the main thing is that you're getting closer to God as time goes on. And your Creator and your relationship with that will then offset a lot of these other things and make you allow yourself to be able to be in better control. All right, my friends. Well, enough of this one. I hope you guys have a great rest of your Sunday afternoon and evening. Like I said, I got to go get back, get my shout out list, and we'll continue these on Wednesday. Busy time right now for Vigor Warrior 2. Lots of things going on. We'll try to at least do 2 a week if we can. If I get a chance, I'll do more at that point. All right, my friends. Always leave you with 2 things, as I always try to do. One, always, everything's a great day to a great warrior, and you guys are all great warriors. And the second, guys, we're always in this continual war. Every day, temptation. So we have to learn how then to bet on